All right, welcome to week 6. Here we go. We're starting unit 3 this week, which is the last unit, and we're dealing with two of the principal institutions of the federal government, Congress and the presidency. These are also known as the political branches of the federal government, as the judiciary and the federal bureaucracy are uniquely supposed to be, after their fashion, apolitical. We'll talk about what that means next week. Chapter 9 introduces students to Congress and deals with issues like qualifications and terms of office for members of the House of Representatives and the Senate. Uh, Students will also learn about how the two houses are organized and the specific powers of each body. For example, the House has specific responsibility for originating all revenue bills, while the Senate has the constitutional role to advise and consent on key executive branch appointments and federal judges. Both houses of Congress also have oversight authority, which means they can call hearings, subpoena witnesses, and publicize problems that require legislation or expose corruption. This has recently become a very controversial issue because the Trump administration is attempting to resist congressional subpoenas from the House of Representatives. And so there's a real question as to whether the oversight authority of Congress is going to be respected. Last year, the Senate Intelligence Committee engaged in an investigations that a foreign government tampered with the 2016 elections, and the House is continuing to hold oversight on that issue. Another important issue is gerrymandering, which is an age-old practice of state legislatures drawing federal and state electoral boundaries in ways that benefit one political party. The use of computer technology has really facilitated very aggressive gerrymandering. And there's actually Supreme Court cases that are being considered before the Supreme Court that are looking for some kind of judicial remedy to that, which I think is very important. Chapter 10 deals with the institution of the presidency, and like Chapter 9, discusses issues like eligibility, the terms of office, and the powers of the chief executive that are found in Article 2 of the Constitution. Presidents enjoy extensive formal and informal powers. In addition to such formal powers as the veto and the appointment power, presidents are also heads of their political parties and enjoy the unrivaled ability to get their message out to the media, which the text describes as going public. Chapter 10 describes the expansion of presidential power and the fact that crises oftentimes require this quick and decisive action. One thing that has complicated contemporary politics is the rise of hyperpartisanship, which has led to gridlock, or the inability of our political institutions to actually do the things that go into the governing process. And that has meant that the past several presidents have felt compelled to force action by governing through the extensive use of executive orders. And now we have a president that is increasingly kind of running these things towards a fruition of sorts. We don't know what that's going to look like. Additionally, there is the complication that we have this current president. So, without engaging in any express criticism, the current administration is decidedly unorthodox. And President Trump has clearly demonstrated his preference for acting outside of the advisory processes designed to reduce conflict and ensure a smooth policy-making process. The fact that chapters 9 and 10 really have an extensive amount of interaction with one another is important, and I think the forum is really important this week for you guys to pay attention and really bring your questions to how these two branches of government work with one another. So again, we just have the forum and the quiz this week, so I hope you'll put a lot of energy into getting things done. Let's have a great week.